Hi, this is Jeremy Morris. It is August 17th, 2022, and this art video, number 15, is about a band that got signed to the label called Lolas. And I'm going to give you a little history on that, but first let's look at the cover. This is their debut album, which was released on Jam Records in December 1999. And I'll just tell you a little bit about the cover. That's a picture that I took when my daughter Joy was real young and she was in a dance class. And they were kind of blurry pictures. I've been pretty good at taking blurry pictures. And so there it is. And she is in there. You can't tell which one is her, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. The point is, these are young ballerinas dancing, and the album title is called Ballerina Breakout. And so we'll talk about that a little bit. We'll go into some more detail, but how did this band end up on the label and what's the story behind it? This is one of my favorite bands of all time, by the way. They're still together, still making great albums. The leader of the band's name is Tim Boykin. And in the 90s, Tim Boykin sent me a demo CD to listen to consider signing the band. The CD said on it, the Shame Idols Ballerina Breakout. And I thought, well, I know who the Shame Idols are. I had a couple of their albums, and they're an excellent band that was on Frontier Records. But Frontier had called it a day. They had called it quits and had shut down the label. And so the Shame Idols were looking for a new label. And so they sent the CD to me. I listened to it. It was love at first sound. I loved every song on the album, and I said, I'd love to put this out. But I had a discussion with Tim, and I said, you know, the name Shame Idols kind of doesn't really sound like the kind of music that's on here. I said, this is power pop music. And I said, would you consider changing the name of the band? And so he was very open-minded, and he said, yes, I would consider changing the name of the band. And I said, well, we need to come up with a name that reflects power pop and melodic rock. And Tim has plenty of dogs, and so one of his dogs is named at the time Lola, and so we named the band after his dog Lola. And of course, you can make many references here to the Kinks song Lola, but anyway, it was a perfect name for the band. This CD came out and it just took off and sold like wildfire. Very popular CD, people loved it. So I knew my instincts were not crazy at all when I signed this band and put this CD out. And the CD became popular worldwide, and especially in Japan, where there were a huge amount of Lolas fans. And so it wasn't long after that what happened is I got contacted by a Japanese label named Wizard in Vinyl, and they asked if I would license the CD to their label, and I said yes. And so Tim and I agreed to license the album to Japan with some bonus tracks. And this is what the album looked like when it came out in Japan on CD on the label Wizard in Vinyl. You see the cover art is different. A Japanese artist did this. They changed the art. And so just for fun, we'll look at the two side by side. Here is the original album art, and here is the Japanese album art, which they changed up, more of a Japanimation style. Which do you prefer? The choice is yours. I like them both, but they are quite different. And so there you see what happened there was they got signed, and it wasn't long after that the band Lolas went and did a successful tour of Japan, and went and played some different cities. And so all these doors are opening up, and so I was so grateful to get to have this band on the label, and we released many more CDs by them. And so if you haven't heard the Lolas, I definitely suggest you check them out, look them up on Discogs, or go to YouTube, or go to jamrecordings.com where you can get some of their CDs. They are a fantastic band, and they came and are still from Birmingham, Alabama. That's where the band's from. All right, that's it for today, and see you next time.